How to trade in a bear market. David Jaffe with beststockstrategy.com. A lot of people over the last 4 to 5 months have lost money because the market is down anywhere from 20 to 30%. And in this video, we're going to discuss the best way to trade in a bear market. So I think that a lot of you expect me to say that it's best to sell options, especially because this is a period of high volatility where their VIX is high, and therefore you're going to be able to collect a significant amount of premium by selling out of the money options. But I actually think that the best way for you to profit in a bear market is to wait for the market to pull back by about 25 or 30% and then just simply buy shares. So that way you can participate in the upside. Because if you remember back in March 2020, where the market fell about 36% in 33 days. And then if you also look back at December 2018 or February 2018 or August 2015, there's been a lot of V-shaped bottoms. And I definitely think that one of the best things that you can do is buy the shares, especially if you're using portfolio margin, of something like a QQQ or a Tesla or Microsoft or Amazon, especially now with Amazon trading at about 2,200, and then just simply wait for that stock to appreciate in value. You can sell some covered calls against it, although to be honest, I'm not really a fan of covered calls. And the primary reason for that is that there are usually about 10 to 15 large up days every single year. And by selling covered calls, you're going to cap your upside. And if the underlying stock shoots through that short call strike, then you're not going to be able to participate in the upside of that stock. So generally speaking, I think that the best way to trade and to make money during a bear market is to initially sell out of the money puts, and then you should have the desire to actually take ownership of that stock at the strike price. So therefore, the biggest thing that you have to be careful about is making sure that you don't trade too big. Because remember, when you're trading options, there's a large volatility component, and there's also a lot of sequence risk, which means that there's going to be very high correlation where if one of your positions is getting challenged, then it's very likely that another one of your positions is going to get challenged, and you can rapidly run out of buying power, especially if you're trading too large, and then you can be forced to close out positions at the most inopportune time. So I think that the best way to trade in a bear market is to start out by trading far out of the money put options, but to actually have the desire to take ownership and to go long those shares at your strike price. And then you can simply wait and participate in the upside of the stock. Now, there are some other things that you can do by looking at the volatility indices, whether it's VIX or VVIX, and there are some ways that you can mitigate your losses. And these are things that I discuss in the education course. But I definitely think that one of the best things that you can do and one of the best ways that you can make money in a bear market is not to overtrade. Because we all know that when you do overtrade, when you trade too large, then you have a very high likelihood of potentially blowing up your account. So I think that it's better to be disciplined and patient. And once you're okay with owning that specific stock at that price, then you can simply take ownership of it and then wait for the stock to recover, and then you can participate in the upside on a dollar for dollar basis. Because remember, when you sell option premium, your maximum profit is going to be the initial credit that you receive. So by actually taking ownership of the stock, you're able to participate on a dollar for dollar basis if that stock goes up in value. And when a stock falls or an index falls 30% in just a few months, and especially if it's a large cap company or an index or a market leader, then history has shown us that there's a very high probability that that stock is going to rebound. David Jaffe with beststockstrategy.com. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Watch this video right here because YouTube believes that it's a video that you'll greatly enjoy.